Hi everyone, welcome to our course today. Today we will be completing our third unit from our book Speak English Like an American, New Interchange, Cambridge University Press. Today we will be speaking about prices in Unit 3. So let's have a look in our lesson plan today. So actually we'll be having like two things. First thing, we will be talking about function, talking about prices, giving opinions, talking about preferences, making comparison, buying and selling things. For the grammar, we'll be having demonstratives, this, that, these, one and ones, questions with how much and how many, and comparisons with adjectives. Okay, so let's go to the next slide in our chart here. It's saying Unit 3, how much is it? So here we have like a snapshot with a chart here. It's saying spending habits of adults and teenagers in the United States. So for the first one, yearly expenses for Michael Perry, 35, with a salary of $31,000, 1.5 a year. And the other one, yearly expenses for Rebecca Burns, 16, with wages and allowances of $2,000, 620 a year. Let's go for Michael here and see how he spent most of his money. Okay, so he have 5% on entertainment, 5% on clothing, 7% in personal care, 15% on food, 18% on transportation, 19% on taxes and savings. So what about Rebecca? Rebecca here, we have like 4% on room decor, 7% on personal care, 8% savings, and 11% music, 15% clothing, and 55% entertainment. Okay, so here we have some questions. As he's saying, talk about these questions. How does Michael Perry spend most of his money? We will go and look back again here on the chart. We will see that he's spending most of his money in housing, which is 31%. Okay, how does Rebecca Burns spend most of her money? We will see here that Rebecca is spending 55% of her money on entertainment. Okay. How do their spending habits compare? If we look again to the chart, we will find that there is like huge difference between both of them, as Rebecca is spending 55% of her salary or wage or allowance on entertainment. Meanwhile, Michael is spending 31% in housing, which is like totally different between both of them. How do you spend your money? Make two lists, things you have to buy and things you like to buy. Okay, I'll leave this question for you guys so you can note it down, write it down, and we can discuss this. Okay, so now here we have exercise number 2, conversation about prices. Let's listen to this conversation together, please.
Unit 3. How much is it? Page 14, Exercise 2. Conversation. Prices. Part A. Listen and practice.
Oh, look at those earrings, Maria. They're perfect for you.
These red ones? I'm not sure.
No, the yellow ones.
Oh, these? Yellow isn't a good color for me.
Well, that necklace isn't bad.
Which one?
That blue one right there. How much is it?
It's $42. That's expensive.
Hey, let me get it for you. It's your birthday present.
Okay, so here I would suggest that we have to listen to the conversation again. So I'll repeat it one more time for you guys.
Unit 3. How much is it? Page 14, Exercise 2. Conversation. Prices. Part A. Listen and practice.
Oh, look at those earrings, Maria. They're perfect for you.
These red ones? I'm not sure.
No, the yellow ones.
Oh, these? Yellow isn't a good color for me.
Well, that necklace isn't bad.
Which one?
That blue one right there. How much is it?
It's $42. That's expensive.
Hey, let me get it for you. It's your birthday present.
Okay, so here the conversation is between like two persons, as we saw that they are discussing about prices, and they have some question about earrings, necklace, and whatever. So we will go to exercise number B, which will ask, listen to the rest of the conversation, and we will answer those questions. What else do they buy and who pays for that? So let's go for this one, please. Write your notes, listen clearly. I'll be repeating this for 2 times until you get it. Okay, let's start then.
Page 14, exercise 2, part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. 1. What else do they buy? 2. Who pays for it?
Steve, come and look at this tie. What do you think?
It's a nice tie, but look at the price. $25.
Oh, that's not bad. I want you to have it. Let me get it for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'll be repeating this
Come
for
on,
you
look at
guys.
The conversation.
So you
1.
can
What else
focus
do they buy?
clearly.
2. Who pays for it?
Steve, come and look at this tie. What do you think?
It's a nice tie, but look at the price. $25.
Oh, that's not bad. I want you to have it. Let me get it for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so here actually they were discussing about buying a tie. Steve was like complaining about the price. He said it's like $25, which seems expensive for him, but Maria said no, it's not bad. And she decided to buy for him. So for question number 1, what else do they buy? Actually, we'll say that they were intending to buy a tie, and who pays for that? It will be Maria. I would suggest, please, if you can listen to the conversation, and it will be your homework or assignment for next time. If you can listen to the conversation again, and I would ask you to write the script of what conversation they had together. Okay. So let's go to page 15. Here we'll be talking about demonstrative one-and-ones and the grammar focus we have. Okay, and we will be talking about this, that, these, those, and one-and-ones. So what we will do now, we will just listen to the exercise, then we will go in the next slide of the chart. We will be discussing this in detail, but for now I just want you to listen to the conversation, then we will practice the exercise after we go in detail to explain this grammar rule. Okay, so here the exercise starts at minute 1:32. Yeah,
Grammar focus. Demonstratives. 1. Ones.
How much is this necklace? How much is this one?
How much is that necklace? How much is that one?
Which one?
The blue one.
It's $42.
How much are these earrings? How much are these?
How much are those earrings? How much are those?
Which ones?
The yellow ones.
They're $18.
okay, so this is for the grammar focus. Now you will have an exercise for the colors, and I would suggest as well, if you note those down in a column and write colors, and I would suggest as well, if you can go on Google and research or search the rest of the colors so you can revise it well in your notebook, please. And we will be discussing this as well in next lecture, but let's complete the listening for now so we can explain in detail the demonstrative pronouns.
Prices.
$42.
$59.95 or $59.95.
Colors.
Light blue, dark blue, green, yellow, orange, pink, red, purple,
So here we will be having, we will repeat again together the colors: light blue, dark blue, green, yellow, orange, pink, red, purple, brown, black, gray, and white. So we will leave this exercise here down. Okay, after we go to this slide and discuss the demonstrative pronouns clearly, so you will be able to solve the exercise in the previous page. Okay, so today actually we are going to talk about the demonstrative pronouns. Don't worry, it's easy. We are going to show, I'm going to show you how we are going to use those pronouns. What are demonstrative pronouns? Demonstrative pronouns, actually, we use it in English whenever we want to indicate things or show things or point at things. Okay, great. But what is the difference here, Sally? This chart here will show the difference between all of them. Okay, so for this, it's saying here, this is used for singular things. While referring to an object, we use this. This basically used to refer to objects or people that are close to us or places beside. Okay, so here we have some examples. This is my book. This is the cat of my friend. Who's responsible for this matter? This is the table I want to sell. He's going to Alaska this month and we are going to miss him. Okay, so this is for that. That is used to refer to something or object that is close to us, like this is a pen, this is my hair, this is a mouse, this is a laptop. Okay, so what about that? That is used for far off persons and things. That is used to point a person or a thing that is at a distance from us, that is used to point to a singular person or a thing. Okay. How can we give example to that? Okay, we will say that window. Okay, that wall, it's not near. If we are going to point or indicate something far, we will say that car, that bird, that house, that tree. Okay, let's have some examples here. That was the only pant I have. Is that the book you were looking for? Let me explain. I'm not a girl like that. I think at that point, it's an epidemic. She was looking like that. So this and that, actually, it's demonstrative pronouns we are using whenever we want to indicate to something singular that is either distant, far, or near from us. Okay, what about these and those? This is used for plural things, which referring to the objects or things that are near to us, we use them. Remember to always use these with plural nouns that are near. Examples, these are my books. You can use them to study tonight. Hassan is my best friend, and these are all the gifts for his birthday. These flowers are very beautiful. I'll take them home. These are my pants. Please give me back. Okay. What about those? Those are used to point at far off plural nouns when we have to point at the persons or things that are in a distance from us. We use those. Okay. Examples: those jeans make you feel more beautiful. My grandma used to listen to those old songs. Those school kids were very naughty. The teacher should punish them. Those cookies are delicious. Those are your books now. And please start your study. So here we have to know that each one of them is different. This and that, we use it for singular things. These and those, we use them for plural things whenever we want to point or to show or indicate things, either it's near from us or far from us. Okay, so what about one and ones here? Okay, actually, one and ones, we use it whenever we don't want to repeat things. We can use one and ones. Okay, Sally, give us some examples. let's read the chart here. We use one singular and one's plural to avoid unnecessary repetition. Like what? See those two girls? Helen is the tall one, Jane is the short one. Let's look at the photographs, the one you took in Paris. We often use one and ones, after which in WH questions, you can borrow a book. Which one do you want? Or which book do you want? There are lots of books here. Which ones are yours? So now let's go to the next chart in our slide. It will be exercise number 4. Oh, sorry, we have to go back again to solve the exercises as we said here. Look at the pictures and complete the conversation, then practice with a partner. Actually, this is referring to what we explained 2 minutes earlier here. Yeah, practice with a partner. Okay, question number 1. Excuse me, how much? We can see here picture of 2 people in shop. Someone is selling jeans and the other one is the buyer. So how much is that jeans? Because he's not referring or he is not indicating to near jeans beside him. So we can say how much is that jeans? Okay, so the buyer will answer him, which one do you mean? This one, the one he's holding? No, the light blue one. Oh, it is $59.95, almost $60. Are you kidding? So this is for the picture here. Let's go to exercise number 2 or picture number 2. Okay, I like the orange. I like that, sorry. I like that orange back over there. How much is it? Which one? Each backpack has a different price. The red one. It is $98.50, but the green one, is only $45. Okay, let me look at it. So here we can see that we had like a small exercise on the part of demonstrative pronouns that we discussed. I would discuss you as well if you go on Google and get some more examples and more exercises that will help you to practice and understand this grammar rule or grammar focus. And let's discuss it in next lecture as well. Okay, so let's go to page, we finished here, page 15. Let's go to page 16. Exercise number 4, that's expensive. Pair work, ask and answer questions about these products. For help with numbers, see the appendix at the back of the book. Okay, so you in the back of the book that you will be having, you will see an appendix. It will be showing numbers, colors, and everything. I would like to suggest as well, if you can take a look at that and note whatever you don't know in English, put it in a column and revise it so you can gain more words and vocabulary. It will help you to speak the language more. So here, pair work, ask and answer questions about these products. For help with numbers, as we said, yeah. First one, computers. There is an example there. We will just read it. Then for the rest, we will do the conversations together. Okay. How much is this computer? Which one? The small one. This one. It's $5,000. Sorry, guys. It's $5,000. 456 cents. Oh, that's expensive. Okay. Then here we have like some useful expressions. You can use it whenever you are buying and selling things, like that's cheap, that's reasonable, that's okay, not bad, and that's expensive. Okay, for picture number 2, it's jeans. So let's have some questions. Okay, how much is this jeans? Which one? The light blue one. It is $16.99. Oh, that's, we can say here, reasonable, because $16 for a jeans, yes, I think it's reasonable, actually. Okay. And for the athletic shoe here, okay, how much is the Snickers, please? Which one? The, let's say the brown and orange one, O, it's $79.95. Oh, that's expensive. For me, it is expensive. Actually, I would like to I prefer the white one because it's reasonable as well. Yeah. For the last one, I will leave it for you guys as well as a homework. Please take a note. So we will discuss it together. And that's it for exercise number 4. Okay, exercise number 5, listening. So it's page 16, exercise 5. Actually, it starts on minute 2.50 here. Yeah. Let's listen together, please.
Page 16, exercise 5. Listening. Listen to Tim and Sandra shopping and complete the chart. 1.
Look at these rollerblades. I really want a pair.
But they're pretty expensive. They're $165.
Oh, yeah, you're right. $165 is too expensive.
2.
Here's a great cap for you.
That one? Is it expensive?
Not really. It's only $9.95.
$9.95 is very reasonable. I think I'll take it.
3.
What do you think of those sunglasses? They're only $16.
They're nice. Try them on.
Oh no, I think they're too big.
You're right. They are too big.
Okay, we will listen again. Please, I'll give you another chance so you can note it down. We said it starts on
Page 6.
But they're pretty
2.50. Then we can solve it together.
brown.
5. Listening. Listen to Tim and Sandra shopping and complete the chart. 1.
Look at these rollerblades. I really want a pair.
But they're pretty expensive. They're $165.
Oh, yeah, you're right. $165 is too expensive.
2.
Here's a great cap for you.
That one? Is it expensive?
Not really. It's only $9.95.
$9.95 is very reasonable. I think I'll take it.
3.
What do you think of those sunglasses? They're only $16.
They're nice. Try them on.
Oh no, I think they're too big.
You're right. They are too big.
Okay, guys. So after we listen to the conversation twice, actually, the first one for the ruler blades, did they buy it or no? Actually, they didn't buy it. Okay, for the price first, it's $165. Do they buy it? No. Why? Because it was too expensive. Number 2, cap price was $9.95. Did they buy it? Yes. Why? Because the price was very reasonable. Number 3, sunglasses. How much was it or the price? It was $16. Did they buy it? No. Why? The issue here was not about the price, because the girl in the conversation said that it was too big for her. Okay. Let's go to exercise number 6 here with for pronunciation, which is linked sounds. If we do have like linked sounds, how we are supposed to pronounce them? Let's listen together, please.
Page 16, exercise 6. Pronunciation. Linked sounds. Part A. Listen and practice. Final consonants are often linked to the vowels that follow them.
How much are these pants?
They're $48.
And how much is this sweater?
It's $37.
Okay. For exercise number B, pair work, ask and answer 4 questions about prices in this unit. Pay attention to the linked sounds. Okay, so I'll leave this exercise for you as well, guys. You have to create as well. Please take notes of those assignments because I'll ask you next lecture for all these things that we will be discussing. For exercise number B, just make an imaginary conversation about prices between you, between your friend or anyone. And imagine yourself that you are buying something and start asking about the prices for this thing, about the prices for this thing. Do you like it? You don't like it? And so just note it down, write it down as well. And we will be discussing this as a refreshment before we start our next lecture. Yeah. This is for page 16. So let's go for the next chart in our slide here. Actually, it's English grammar about how much and how many, and how can we differentiate between how much and how many. Actually, whenever we want to know about the quantity or amount of something, we ask questions starting with how much and how many. Okay, how much? I want to know the quantity or amount. How much plus uncountable noun, يعني something I can't count. How much sugar would you like? How much time do we have to finish? How much money did you spend? How much milk is in the fridge? Okay. How much we can use it as well as we discussed here in the unit about knowing price of something. I want to know the price of something. How much plus singular or plural noun, or with the verb cost or with the verb to be. How much is this dress? How much are these shoes? How much did your jacket cost? How much it will cost me? So this is about how much if we are going to ask about the quantity, and we can use how much as well if we are going to ask about the price. Okay, for how many I want to know the quantity or amount. How many plus plural countable noun. How many days are there in January? How many students are in the classroom? How many books did you buy? How many cousins do you have? Okay, so here is saying the noun is often omitted in the question when it's obvious what we are talking about. I would like to buy some cheese. I need some coins. I need some sugar. How much cheese would you like? How many do you need? And how much do you need? Okay, so this is the difference between how much and how many. And how can we use it in asking about the quantity of something or the price of something, which is more related to the unit we are talking about today, about prices. Okay, so let's go here for page 17. We have exercise number 7, word power, materials. It's talking about the materials. Material means that which is the thing that you are talking about is made of. Okay, we have pair word here. Identify these things. Use the words from the list. What other materials are these things sometimes made of, and make a list. We have cotton shirt, gold ring, leather gloves, polyester pants, plastic bracelet, rubber boots, silk scarf, and silver earrings. So for picture number 1, I think it's a ring, so you'll go for gold ring. Picture 2, I think it's bracelet, yeah, or it's not obvious, so we'll leave it. Number 3, we have here, I think it's a scarf, so you will go here and choose silk scarf. Number 4, it's pants, and it's showing here polyester pants. It seems jeans for me, actually. Number 5 here is gloves, so you will choose here leather gloves. Number 6 is a shirt, cotton shirt. Number 7 is earrings, and it's silver earrings. And number 8 is boots, and it's showing here rubber boots. So the thing left, or the thing we left here, is plastic bracelets, because it was not obvious, and it's the only word that left that we didn't choose, so we will choose it as a plastic bracelet. Okay, here we have a class activity. Which of the materials can you find in your classroom? Dawn has a leather bag. Please identify in your room and ask yourself some questions. What is this made from? Write it down, then you can revise it as well. Okay. Exercise number 8, conversation. The conversation here we have is shopping, and this exercise started at the minute 4:39. Yeah.
8. Conversation. Shopping. Part A. Listen and
Sorry. 4:39. Yeah.
Page 17, exercise 8. Conversation. Shopping. Part A. Listen and practice.
These jackets are nice. Which one do you like better? I like the wool one better. Really? Why? It looks warmer. Well, I prefer the leather one. It's more attractive than the wool one. There's no price tag. Excuse me, how much is this jacket?
It's $499. Would you like to try it on?
Oh, no, that's okay. But thank you anyway.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll listen again to the conversation before we go to exercise number B. Yeah.
And how much is this sweat? What do you think of those sunglasses? They're only $16.
They're nice. Try them on.
4:39, sorry.
Part A. Listen and practice.
These jackets are nice. Which one do you like better? I like the wool one better. Really? Why? It looks warmer. Well, I prefer the leather one. It's more attractive than the wool one. There's no price tag. Excuse me, how much is this jacket?
It's $499. Would you like to try it on?
Oh, no, that's okay. But thank you anyway.
You're welcome.
Okay, so here Anna and Sue had a conversation. They were talking about some jacket and glasses as well. So in exercise number B is saying, listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Anne buy and what does Sue think of it? So let's listen together, please.
Page 17, exercise 8, part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. 1. What does Anne buy? 2. What does Sue think of it?
Wow, that jacket is really expensive. I don't want to spend that much money. Oh, look, there are some things on sale over there. Oh, you're right. These t-shirts are really nice, and they're cheap too. I like this one with the bird on it. That is nice. And the colors are really pretty. Great. I'll take it.
Okay, we will repeat it again.
Page 17, exercise 8, part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. 1. What does Anne buy? 2. What does Sue think of it?
Wow, that jacket is really expensive. I don't want to spend that much money. Oh, look, there are some things on sale over there. Oh, you're right. These t-shirts are really nice, and they're cheap too. I like this one with the bird on it. That is nice. And the colors are really pretty. Great. I'll take it.
Okay, so here Anne and Sue, they were discussing about another or extra stuff that they would like to buy. They were having conversation. They did mention first jackets, but they said it's like very expensive. Then they said that they saw some t-shirts and they really like it. So what does Anne buy? So Anne buy few t-shirts. What does Sue think of it? What was her opinion? She said that the colors are nice and great, and the prices are reasonable. So this was the thing they buy, and this is Sue opinion in it. So this is for exercise number B. Let's go to the next page, please. Here we have some grammar focus. It's talking about preferences or comparisons with adjectives. What does this mean? If I want to compare between two things, we use comparisons or preferences. We will have some examples here. Then we will leave the exercise so we can refer back to this. After a detailed video will explain it more. So exercise number 9, grammar focus, preferences, comparisons with adjectives. Which one do you prefer? I prefer the leather one. Which one do you like better or more? I like the leather one better or more. That one is nicer than the wool one. This one is cheaper than the let's say blue one. This leather jacket is prettier than the jeans jacket. It looks bigger than, it's more attractive than. Nice, if I'm going to compare with it, it will be nicer. Cheap, cheaper. Pretty, prettier. Big, bigger. Good, better. Some adjectives I can end it with ER, and this depends on some rules. Next video will explain it more, and it will help us to have focus more about those preferences. How can we use it, and what is the differences between all of them? Okay.
This video is about comparative adjectives in English. This is Jack and this is Mike. Jack is short and Mike is tall. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is taller than Jack. We often need to compare different things and people. And to do this, we use comparative adjectives. For example, smaller, bigger, taller, shorter. If the adjective has only one syllable, we make its comparative form by adding the suffix er, short, shorter. And if the adjective has a short vowel and a consonant at the end, we need to double the consonant. Big, bigger. More examples: small, smaller, tall, taller, old, older, hot, hotter. Jack is quite sociable. Mike is very sociable. So Mike is more sociable than Jack. If it's a 2 and more syllable adjective, we need to add the word more before the adjective. Sociable, more sociable. Repeat after me. More sociable, more interesting, more boring. The opposite of the word more is less. Less sociable, less interesting, less boring. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is more sociable than Jack. So we use the word than when we compare things and people. There are some special cases related to the use of comparative adjectives. If it's a 2 and more syllable adjective ending in Y, you can make its comparative form by changing Y into I and adding the suffix er. Easy, easier. Easy, easier. Lazy, lazier. Happy, happier. Funny, funnier. But there is another way. You can also make the comparative form of adjectives ending in Y with the help of more. More easy. So there are 2 ways. More easy, more lazy, more happy, more funny. Jack is a good speaker. Mike is not a very good speaker. Jack is a better speaker than Mike. Some adjectives have irregular forms. Good, better. Bad, worse. far, further, or farther. For example, Paris is further from here than Berlin. Today the weather is better. My car is worse than Jack's. Mike and Kate are 25 years old. Jack is 40. So Mike is as young as Kate. And Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. To make an equal comparison, we use the formula as, adjective as. For example, Mike is as young as Kate, or its negative variant, not as, adjective as. Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. Mike and Kate are much younger than Jack. However, Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about big differences, we use the words much, a lot, far before the comparative. For example, Kate and Mike are much younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are a lot younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are far younger than Jack. And one more example with a long adjective, more than 2 syllables. Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a lot more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is far more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about small differences, we use the words a little bit, slightly, plus the comparative. For example, John is a little younger than Mike. John is a bit younger than Mike. John is slightly younger than Mike. And one more example with a long adjective. Jack is a bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a little bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is slightly more experienced than Mike and Kate. This is all about comparatives, and in the next video,
So I'll repeat this one again because it's very helpful actually. And I want you please to focus because later on we will get back to the previous page where we can apply this rule. Then in the next charts of the slide, we will show it in detail as well. So you can refer to this back whenever you are doing your workbook or whenever you are revising the rule. So I'll play it for you one more time, please. And I want you to focus again.
this video is about comparative adjectives in English. This is Jack and this is Mike. Jack is short and Mike is tall. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is taller than Jack. We often need to compare different things and people. And to do this, we use comparative adjectives. For example, smaller, bigger, taller, shorter. If the adjective has only one syllable, we make its comparative form by adding the suffix er, short, shorter. And if the adjective has a short vowel and a consonant at the end, we need to double the consonant, big, bigger. More examples: small, smaller, tall, taller, old, older, hot, hotter. Jack is quite sociable. Mike is very sociable. So Mike is more sociable than Jack. If it's a 2 and more syllable adjective, we need to add the word more before the adjective. Sociable, more sociable. Repeat after me. More sociable, more interesting, more boring. The opposite of the word more is less. Less sociable, less interesting, less boring. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is more sociable than Jack. So we use the word than when we compare things and people. There are some special cases related to the use of comparative adjectives. If it's a two and more syllable adjective ending in Y, you can make its comparative form by changing Y into I and adding the suffix er. Easy, easier. Easy, easier. Lazy, lazier. Happy, happier. Funny, funnier. But there is another way. You can also make the comparative form of adjectives ending in Y with the help of more. More easy. So there are two ways. More easy, more lazy, more happy, more funny. Jack is a good speaker. Mike is not a very good speaker. Jack is a better speaker than Mike. Some adjectives have irregular forms. Good, better. Bad, worse. Far, further, or farther. For example, Paris is further from here than Berlin. Today the weather is better. My car is worse than Jack's. Mike and Kate are 25 years old. Jack is 40. So Mike is as young as Kate. And Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. To make an equal comparison, we use the formula as, adjective as. For example, Mike is as young as Kate, or its negative variant, not as, adjective as. Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. Mike and Kate are much younger than Jack. However, Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about big differences, we use the words much, a lot, far before the comparative. For example, Kate and Mike are much younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are a lot younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are far younger than Jack. And one more example with a long adjective, more than two syllables. Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a lot more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is far more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about small differences, we use the words a little bit, slightly, plus the comparative. For example, John is a little younger than Mike. John is a bit younger than Mike. John is slightly younger than Mike. And one more example with a long adjective. Jack is a bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a little bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is slightly more experienced than Mike and Kate.
Okay,
This is
so this was the full explanation for the preferences. What does it mean, preferences? It means that if I want to compare between two things, I have to use a specific rule, which we did discuss in this video. So we have an exercise here. Exercise number 8, complete these conversations, then practice with a partner. We have polyester tie, silk tie, medium shirt, large shirt, leather boots, and rubber boots. Okay. Which tie is the orange one or the blue one? Pretty. He's asking here to use pretty. Okay, so which tie is prettier, the orange one or the blue one? Well, the blue one is silk, and silk is nicer than the polyester one. Exercise number 2. Is this green shirt the yellow one? And he's asking for a large. Is this green shirt larger than the yellow one? No, the yellow one is bigger than the green. Sorry, no, it is the yellow one is bigger, it's large. The green one is a medium. He asked here to use big. Exercise number 3. Which are the brown boots or the black ones cheap? Which are cheaper than, which are cheaper, the brown boots or the black ones? The brown ones are leather, and leather is more expensive than the rubber one. Okay. Useful expression: the color is prettier, the design is nicer, the style is more attractive, the material is better. Exercise number B. Pair work. Compare the items above with a partner. Give your own opinions. Which tie do you like better? I like the orange one better. The design is nicer. This one you can have a conversation as well, as I told you, with a partner or a friend. So you can practice together and have more examples on how to do comparisons or preferences. Okay. Before we go to exercise number 10, writing, we will go back again to preferences, as we will go more detailed in the rules of comparative adjectives. So first rule, if we have comparative adjective with one syllable, the rule we will add ER. Example, clean, it will be cleaner. Two syllables ending in Y, we will change the Y into I and add an ER, it will like busier. Two or more syllables that doesn't end with Y, we will use the word more or less, more active, less generous. Less generous. So the rule number 1, when an adjective consists of one syllable, we add ER to the end and make it a comparative adjective. Word, clean. Comparative, or the example will be cleaner. Dark, darker. Thick, thicker. Soft, softer. Neat, neater. Tall, taller. Old, older. Okay, rule number 2. Sorry, we have an exception to rule number 1. If the one syllable adjective end with a consonant vowel, consonants, we need to double the last consonant before adding ER. However, if the last consonant is W, then we follow rule number 1 instead. Okay, what is the examples? Big, bigger, dim, dimmer, flat, flatter, fit, fitter, few, fewer, slow, slower. Okay, rule number 2. When two syllable adjective ends with Y, we need to replace the Y with I, and then we add the ER. Example, busy, busier, dirty, dirtier, easy, easier, funny, funnier, noisy, noisier. Rule number 3. For an adjective with 2 or more syllables that doesn't end with Y, we use or we add the word more or less in front of the adjective to make it more reasonable to use. Example, active, more active, less active. Careless, more careless, less careless. Famous, more famous, less famous. Cheerful, more cheerful, more cheerful, less cheerful. Generous, more generous, and less generous. Exceptions. Actually, we had some examples and rules for those adjectives, but there is some exceptions in each rule, right? So the exception we have here is that there are some adjectives that have irregular comparative forms, like good, we can't say gooder, bad, better, many, manier. No, it will be this way. Good, it will be better, bad, worse, many, more, little, less, far, farther. Okay, so this is for the comparative adjectives. And we did stop here in this exercise, which was exercise B. As I told you, you will make some conversations with your friends, your partners, your family at home. So you will be practicing more those preferences. I would suggest as well that you go online and search more videos. And as I told you, the lecture is recorded, so you can refer to the lecture anytime you missed anything. But I would suggest as well to take those rules in count, revise it more than one time, read it again more than one time, so it will help you in understanding the preferences or comparisons more. Okay, so here for the last exercise, exercise number 10, Sorry. Exercise number 10, it's writing. How much do these items cost in your country? Fill in the chart, then compare the prices in your country with the prices in the US. Okay. Gasoline, how much does it cost here in Egypt? I think it's like 1 gallon, I think it's 54 pounds. Compact disc, I think it's this one is way too old. I can't decide, so I think it's like 20 or 30. In the US, it's like $12.99. Haircut, I think it's okay for the girls. It's a bit hard because whenever you go, I think it's like depends on the place. Actually, maybe it will be 300, 400. In the US, it's $23. Pair of jeans, I think here it's like 500 pounds. In the US, it will cost us $34. So many things more expensive in my country than the United States. For example, a liter of gas is about $66. In the US, it's cheaper. It's about 1.10 per gallon. Actually, this is an example. So how you will write this chart, and I would suggest you to take this one as a homework as well, so we can discuss it next time. For the grammar focus, I think that we did listen to this exercise, or no? No, we did listen already to this exercise. So hope that I covered everything today in this unit. For the prices, how can we ask, the function of asking as well, those questions, having the conversation. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me or WhatsApp me or send me on the email. I would suggest as well, please revise the lecture well. Here are the recordings for the lecture. I would suggest you as well to repeat the recordings for each conversation we had. For the grammar focus scripts that you have to write, revise as well, please. You can depend on the lecture, as I told you, or you can go and search for this online. And if there is anything missing, you felt that you couldn't understand, don't hesitate again, please, to ask me. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the class. Hope I did cover everything. Thank you so much, and see you next time in next lecture.